Your attention, please. And now, on with the show.
Live from Paradise Studios in New York, Strong Island Television presents Under the Radar, starring Randy Unger. Brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing the new fantasy thriller, Vivarium, and the acclaimed documentary, The Dog Doc, with special guest critics Erica A. and Chris Clemente, who will also be going over his pandemic picks. And now, here's your host, Randy Unger.
Hey guys, welcome to Under the Radar. I'm your host, Randy Unger, where we talk all things film. And this is actually the second episode in the coronavirus pandemic, unfortunately. Everything happening outside in the world is very grim, but we're going to try to keep it positive tonight with some movie reviews and some movie talk. Right now, I have with me two old friends of the show. I've got Erica A. Hello.
Hi, Randy. Glad to be back. Even though I'm not actually anywhere, I'm just hanging here.
Yeah.
Trapped and shelter in place.
Yeah, that looks like a bunker. That's your basement bar, right?
Yeah, that's like the bar party room. So everyone else can't go to a bar. I can, but I don't drink.
Perfect. That's a perfect situation, I think.
That's fine.
And we have...
You can have a lot of
years ago, my friends did find some bottles down here, and my mother was horrified. She was like, "Do you know how old that stuff is? You let them drink it?" I'm like, "I didn't know to stop them." Yeah, well, we were all children, but I thought that's what she'd be angry about. But she was angry they'd get poisoned, she thought.
But if it's a nice bottle of wine, the more it's aged, the better.
I don't know what it was.
Okay. And Chris Clemente, hello, welcome back.
Hey, thanks. Thanks a lot, Randy. Good to be back under these circumstances. You know, it's good to talk movies during a time like this. It forces us to really watch a lot more than usual, and it makes for good criticism. So challenge accepted.
Yeah, oh, good. I didn't know this was a challenge, but I'm kind of happy it is.
No.
Should I change the show name to Cinema Challenge then?
No.
No. In the state that we're living in, especially movie theaters, I think this is going to probably propel them to go the opposite way. So it is a challenge for cinema in different ways. So
yeah.
But that's a different show.
Yeah, and you know what? You touched on something because tonight I want to institute a new segment called Pandemic Picks. Stuff we're watching now, stuff we want to see that is coming to us streaming, that's on our devices, that is, it could even be a DVD, Blu-ray, or even a VHS if you still have a VCR.
Yeah. I do.
So, you still have yours, Erica?
Yes, I almost was tempted to pull out Ninja Turtles 2 when I saw that it's the anniversary of it.
Secret of the Who? Yes. That's a classic.
Use it, Erica?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. When was the last thing you watched from it?
I've watched it when it's been on TV, but I haven't actually inserted it in my VCR. And I don't know where it is. It would be in the row of movies that I actually bought.
Uh-huh.
That it actually says on the outside what they are.
Man.
Physical medium alive. I like it.
It's like a time machine in a way, if you think about it.
I think it's more of a time machine, though, when you have something you recorded on your VCR, because you have the actual commercials that air.
Oh my God.
With it.
Nice. I used to record Boy Meets World episodes and Saved by the Bell. Good times.
I've had conversations with younger people, and they have no idea what a VHS is.
I know.
And now I'm starting to have conversations with younger people, and they don't even know what a CD is. So
they don't even know what a DVD is.
I know.
Well, don't you know it's the thing you throw as a discus?
It's a coaster.
Yeah, pretty much. Sad but true. So, guys, first of all, how are you and your families doing during this time? I haven't spoken to you guys since before the outbreak. Erica, ladies first.
I'm safe. I'm home. I have my mom. My mom is safe. She's here. She stopped going out, which for her is a really, really hard thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but
good.
All her shows and all her tickets were canceled, so she's home every day safe.
Okay, well, that's great. Not for the shows, but for her being safe.
Yes, and well.
Yeah, and you're not gonna have a bottle of that old alcohol?
No.
No.
Well, unless it's good. Unless it's
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Red wine, yeah.
I didn't try it, and I'm not gonna have a drink, and I'm not gonna have it out of the strange boot glass that's over there behind me.
Nice. Chris, how are you and the family, man?
Yeah, everyone's doing good. Here up in Westchester, we're just kind of bunkered down. Baby's okay. Kathy, my wife, is okay. Parents and my brother and sister-in-law and my niece and nephew in Long Island, they're okay. Just it's a little crazier for my in-laws in Queens because they are just around more people. But everyone's trying to stay put and take precautions. So
I'm telling you, I live in Queens too, and it's.
Well, I'm in Queens also.
Yeah, Erica too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I think you live closer to the Elmhurst Hospital than I do, Erica, right?
I live pretty close. It won't be as close when the city takes away all the buses, but hopefully that plan is on hold, and that's a whole other topic. Not entertainment.
Basically, it's a scary time, and we need movies more than ever right now. And
entertainment.
Yeah, and again, I usually save the thank yous for the end of the show, but I want to thank you guys right now. This is amazing what you're doing, being on the show.
Oh no! Well, if anything, this is because, as you know, I have a newborn, so it's been hard for me to physically go on.
So you did
right.
Show.
Right.
So,
I was wondering about that. I was like, is it born? Yeah. Was it just born, or she's not?
Liam just turned 4 months now.
Oh my!
Yeah. So it's the only thing that really changes that I'm working from home on a regular basis now, as opposed to once in a while, but. Yeah, just like the strip away of your, personal agenda. That's been like that for me for a while. So
yeah.
I've been able to, kind of watch things throughout the whole night.
Nice
within all these odd hours. So yeah, that part of the virus hasn't been new to me, but it's hey, I'm happy to do this, Randy, and it's a great breather. It's a great chance for us to kind of escape. That's the reason why I love movies. Is it's a form to be informative on certain things, like a documentary, like the one that we watched tonight, or it allows us to escape and live a life that we normally don't live. So you get the best of both worlds.
It's definitely
So thank you for providing this opportunity for us to discuss.
Well, I'd say thank the producers and the actors who do all the work.
I know, and now they can't do the work, so they have
everything's on hold.
It's nuts.
So we're enjoying it while it lasts.
It's going to be a chalk-filled 2021 for sure. Everything that was postponed for production is going to get into the calendars 2021. So we're going to see the dip this year, but hopefully we'll see it pick back up. I don't know.
I'm just hoping. I'm really hoping that in a few months or to a year, we'll see Morgan Freeman as president, rebuilding at the end of
I don't think he'll take over as God and just stop the pandemic.
He can do it all, Erica.
Hopefully, Gerald Butler won't have to save him.
We'll throw them all in, all the movie heroes.
There you go. It's personal security.
Pandemic has fallen.
I like that. That has a ring to it, actually.
I like that. Yeah. Oh my God, there's an ongoing joke that is saying like now is the time where these screenwriters are producing all these coronavirus screenplays. So in the next 9 months, we're gonna get all these unproduced COVID-19 movies, that are gonna come out. So,
But now, are they directly referencing COVID-19, or are they it's like a mysterious virus?
No, it's just a joke at this point that everyone
Well,
everyone's
I think the funnier thing though is things that were made unintentionally that are now sitting.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys watch Bull, but when the pandemic sort of started, they had Michael Weatherly come in and do like a PSA saying, we apologize that we didn't know that this was going to happen when we made this episode. It's completely fictional.
Huh.
It was very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, that happens where it's just bad timing, and they have to.
But I guess it was better than them pulling the episode, which is the other option.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess they can't afford to pull it, so they have to either.
They could. They pull it and they air it as the last episode of the season.
Right, but I mean, the industry's taking so much of a hit right now, where I'm sure they're scared to pull anything completely without having to reschedule it or do something with it. I'm sure they want to make their money now because the dollars are low. Yeah.
I've seen a couple of studios they're just doing video on demand, right? Like that's the new normal.
Right.
Yeah. That's
movies.
Yeah. I mean that's the fortunate part. Like it's taking a pandemic to make content accessible, but at the same time it's scary to know that this is kind of escalating the death of the cinema a little bit. So to see, like, for me, the hit was probably with Pixar and onward, to see that really get a shorter window, theater window, and go straight to the VOD so that they can, make that buck. That's kind of wild to think that this is a big studio film and it's already not just on digital, but they're really pushing the VOD platforms at this point. So it's interesting to see how it'll change, like a pre-release that, instead of hitting it theatrically first, they're going to go straight to VOD. Like, imagine if, I don't think they would do that with a Bond film, but imagine the new Bond film would just go straight to VOD instead of, having a theatrical.
Plenty of films, as you mentioned, the Bond film, aren't the same watching it on a smaller screen as you would with being in a theater.
It's not even just a smaller screen, but like even if you have a decent screen at home, I don't remember the last time at home I watched a movie beginning to end without interruption. It
pause it,
Either you're pausing it because you have to go to the bathroom, or because for me, my dog barks, or now my kid needs attending to. So, like anything with horses, for example, my dog goes nuts. This the dog doc, I had to stop it, and I had to bring my dog to another room. So watching it,
That's a cute problem to have.
It's cute the first 2 or 3 times, but every single time, like I'm like, a mouse comes, like any animal, like a mouse comes on the screen and it's like, I'm like, it's just a mouse, so.
Right. That's cool. But I mean, you say it's the death of cinema, the death of the movie theater, but I mean, it's not
the death of entertainment, though. I mean, personally, for me, my routine hasn't changed very much with the virus. I still have my daily primetime shows on a daily basis.
Yeah,
there were shows that were banked that just had their finale, and new shows that were sitting waiting to take their time slot.
No, but I wanted to say it's not really the death of cinema, because this has been happening for a while. Like movies being, sent straight to video on demand, straight to digital.
But that's always been the case even beforehand. I mean, there were always movies made for TV, and there were straight to video movies. Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen earned quite a fortune doing that. It's just a new evolution on it.
Right. It is, and it's not to say that we're starved of content. And I'm not even saying that we're starved of good content. There's some really good VOD stuff out there now. I would say it's made I wouldn't say comeback, but I think back in the early days, like the 90s and the aughts, if you said VOD, like it was like a B-related movie. But now VOD just means it's a different platform. So you could virtually play anything. It is that disconnect when you think of something that would ring truer on a theatrical release, like just the big studio films, like the Bond movies, or even the Fast and Furious movies, something like that. Like that. That's a great example of something that was pulled extremely early just to be put on VOD. So
No.
You know, to eliminate that run kind of takes away from the experience a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, or a lot of it. You know,
It takes away the excitement of looking forward to a film.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe it's a good challenge. You know, talking about challenge. Maybe it's just a different.
It's not
era.
a challenge, though, is it?
Don't you think it's harder to get people excited about on a VOD release than it is with a theatrical release?
I was looking forward to Bond, like hardcore. Like I've been a Bond fan since I was
curious about it, but I've really not been a fan of Daniel Craig as Bond. I thought he started out strong in the first one, and it really started to go downhill until Skyfall, and that was the only movie I really enjoyed him in.
He's not the greatest actor. I think his best work was Knives Out. I think, Chris, you can agree with that, right?
Oh, I love Knives Out.
You love that movie. I know you do.
No, I like the movie, and I actually do like him as an actor. I just don't think that he knows where to put the cue in, or maybe it's but there have been different directors each time, I believe, right?
I think Sam Mendes did two of them. He did Skyfall and Spectre.
Okay.
The others were different directors, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's part of the lore too. Before it was Sam Mendes, actually, Danny Boyle was tied to do Skyfall for quite some time, and then he fell out, and then Sam Mendes went through.
Nice.
It's like it's the type of thing where it's just interesting. It's not necessarily a bad thing that we'll get a James Bond movie VOD if that ever did happen, but it just you lose sort of the luster of it.
Yeah.
You know, you lose the draw. You lose, just if so much money is going into making that film and
that
making
if they're not making it back with
right.
all the promotion they're making.
Yeah, they're at a standstill. So it's like what else are they going to do? But it's unfortunate, and me being just a cinema lover, I try to go to the cinema as much as I can. Even I hold back even on retro films, on old movies. I have opportunities to see them in retro theaters sometimes. I would go there to see, like I did that with 2001 Space Odyssey.
That makes sense.
I held back for so long. It came in a local theater by me. I had to go see it, so hopefully we can still have those experiences. I don't know.
I mean, they're doing a lot of like watch parties on Facebook, so I think that's. I mean, it's
quarantine parties, right?
Yeah. That's as close as we're gonna get to it, Chris. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it. I think the mid-April they're doing The Fog and Escape from New York double feature. It was supposed to be.
Cool.
Yeah, it was supposed to be at a theater in Huntington. That's not happening right now. We'll see what happens.
No.
Yeah.
But Erica, I'm curious. You mentioned a few titles, TV shows. What are you watching now during the pandemic?
Oh, I'm still sticking with my usual routine. Monday is now Supernatural plus The Neighborhood, 9 o'clock. I used to have 3 shows, but Black Lightning went off, so it's easier. It's just Prodigal Son on Fox and All Rise on CBS. At 10 o'clock, it's full. And then I finished the reality show I was watching Tuesday is Flash and The Legends of Tomorrow, plus a show on WLIW 21, which is a mystery.
Nice.
Wednesday, I have nothing to watch because, I don't know, it's like a lost day to me, and it continues. My life really hasn't changed. Sunday, I watch about 20 things that I don't know how I fit in now that Outlander returned and Westworld, plus there's Batwoman and Supergirl, plus there's God Has Friended Me on CBS, plus there's plenty of material out there.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's just hold my remote tight, and I keep flipping, and I keep going and keeping track of everything that's on.
You're like a human TV guide. It's very weird, but it's good. It's a good one. No, because I remember
as our good friend Evan Ginsberg always said, that was my superpower. I could watch 3 to 4 things at one time.
Good talent. No, but you just reminded me, like when I was a kid going to my grandparents' house, they had this huge box of a TV, and they would give me the TV listings, and they would just plant me there, and I would just look at what's on. I mean, it was a great time, the early to mid '90s. I'll tell you.
I'm still living in the 90s then.
Yeah. No, I'm still there mentally. It's cool. I love it. No, Chris, what has gotten your attention these days? What are you invested in TV wise, movie wise?
Yeah. Well, I had to rewatch Contagion.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what was it?
Contagion, the
okay.
Steven Soderbergh movie. Yeah.
I tried rewatching
yeah.
it, but it was buffering a little too much on the Amazon Fire Stick. But
yeah, see, I am prepared for this pandemic because I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, smart! You had it before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you rewatched any of those Will Smith movies, like I Am Legend, recently?
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Yep, I not recently, but that was before the pandemic. Yep.
I've seen some clips from Contagion where Lawrence Fishburne mentions social distancing. That's pretty freaky and it's like a prophecy right there.
It is. It's
weird.
It's uncanny.
Foreshadowing.
Thank you.
How close to real life that movie is. It's scary. It really is. So watch it and take some notes.
And be even more scared than you are now.
Yep, and watch it after dinner, not before dinner.
So it's pretty much like watching Attack on Titan. You do not want to be eating while it goes.
No.
Like about a few weeks ago, I rewatched Outbreak on Netflix, and that movie is pretty terrifying too. And I'm really hoping that Dustin Hoffman saves us all somehow. But
you're just making a list of people who have to come and save us, aren't you?
Yes, I know. I'm very hopeful.
This feels like your version of like Galaxy Quest. You're bringing in all the actors, Randy.
That might be a screenplay idea. Keep that on the down low, please.
Yeah. Oh my God. But other than that, I'm watching a lot of Disney Plus. I recently got the subscription, and I'm just diving into that. I'm late to the game, but I discovered the Mandalorian, and
which everyone talks about and says is an amazing thing. So I hope you like it as much as everyone at the hype.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh my God, yes!
Is it amazing? Yeah,
it is. It's amazing. I love Star Wars, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan. I'm not really a fan of the new stuff. Although I did like The Force Awakens. Yeah. But it kind of, it just feels like, just the franchise, Disney grab. But this feels something really different. It feels a little grittier. It feels like it's really on the cuff of what defines a Disney movie. Like it doesn't really feel like kid friendly. Like there's some, I wouldn't say violence in the sense of bloody violence, but there is some like, some kind of horrific things that you would think that a kid would not comprehend. Someone getting shot and like you just see the body on the floor. You see like some intense social violence.
That's
true. But that even that with Han Solo, like that, that was almost kind of like cowboy-ish, where you just.
I know. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that joke in there.
No, that's right. But it's like this has a little bit more grit. It has a little. The cinematography is awesome.
I've heard it's sort of like almost like a sci-fi version of Breaking Bad in a way.
Yeah, this is the thing that I love Breaking Bad. It's my favorite television show, and because it's so good, I think when someone sees some other television show that's so good, they just automatically compare it to Breaking Bad. And I'm not sure that's the best approach to go. It's completely different. I mean, this feels like it feels like a cowboy. It feels like a cowboy drama. It's about bounties. It has this cowboy Wild West type of feel to it. The cinematography is great. The music is great.
And the characters are also very lovable in their own way.
Chris, you are definitely not the first person to recommend Mandalorian to me.
I know how much you love scores and music composition. You would love the music. I love Jon Favreau. I think he's great. I think he's a studio guy, but he's a fanboy, and you could tell that he loves the franchise. And I'm surprised that we haven't seen a Star Wars movie from him. That he's not kind of part of the mix. But I wouldn't be surprised that that he would be pulled in to do something in the future for them. Yeah.
We'll see. Well, I mean, he's done a great job with the live action Disney films. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much like defined Disney. I mean, if you think about it, like he started the new Marvel studio system with Iron Man, you know. So if it wasn't for him, gosh, Disney wouldn't be coming out of bankruptcy, or Marvel wouldn't be coming out of bankruptcy back in the early days.
Right, because that's why they had to merge.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So just a lot of Disney Plus. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. The Mandalorian. Stay tuned for that. Maybe some future reviews. We'll see.
Yes.
But I want to mention a movie that I actually saw the other night on Netflix. It was actually a very surprisingly pleasant film. I mean, I wouldn't say pleasant, but it was very, very good. It was called Bloodfather, and basically it stars Mel Gibson, and he's actually doing pretty okay, you know, in his movies these days, you know, despite being an anti-Semite.
I won't go there.
Yeah. But basically, he plays a father whose reckless daughter comes back into his life. She's seeking help because she's involved with these drug cartels who are out to get her. And Mel Gibson, it's kind of like a Taken type of movie where the father kind of gets revenge and protects his daughter. It's on Netflix now. It's called Bloodfather. If you want to see a mindless action film, I highly recommend that one.
Okay. Cool.
And also, back to Dustin Hoffman, because I'm currently obsessed with him right now, and I'm trying to watch all of his movies. Tootsie.
Oh, I rewatched Dick Tracy only the other day.
That's a good one, too, even though he has a very small
I'm sorry,
role.
I was just thinking, it was like...
No. But,
he's in there?
He was Mumble.
Oh, okay.
He played, it's a weird movie, man.
It's been a
weird and unappreciated movie that's sort of been forgotten before there were comic book movies and after...
It tried to like
characters of the 50s were forgotten.
It kind of came on the coattails of Batman in a way. It tried to establish that Tim Burton-y tone, but people didn't really get it at the time. It's become sort of a cult classic, I think.
I watched it when I was little because I really loved Madonna. So nice.
But yeah, back to Hoffman. Tootsie, guys. It's
oh wow.
It's on Netflix now. It's a classic. He was nominated for. It was nominated for Best Picture actually. Jennifer Lang actually won Best Supporting Actress, and it's just a fantastic movie about gender and what it takes to what it means to make it in this world. If you're a man, if you're a woman, or if you're a man dressed as a woman. So it's from 1982. If you guys haven't seen it, Tootsie, I would.
Of course, classic,
definitely. All right, guys. So now that we got through our pandemic picks for now, a list that's going to be constantly growing over the next few weeks, I'm sure. So our first official review of the evening is a film called Vivarium, which is a strange little film. It's a fantasy thriller, sci-fi thriller about a young couple. Yeah, you've got Jesse Eisenberg and her name is Imogen Poots. Basically, they play a young couple looking for a new place to live, their first home. And once the real estate guy shows them into this community, they kind of get lost in it, and it's like a labyrinth, and there's no escape. And then they're forced to survive in this labyrinth of a town, and a baby comes into play. They didn't create the baby. These aren't spoilers. This is all in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah. So they're forced to raise this baby now, raise the baby, and then try to escape this little community. And this was a very strange movie. I didn't know it was going to be this strange going into it, but I kind of liked it. I think it's on the radar. You guys, Erica, what did you think?
Oh God,
I'm excited to hear what Erica has. I really am.
I thought it was the most terrible piece of horse manure I had ever sat through. It was like a plot from a Twilight Zone episode that didn't know it should end after a half hour. It just continued. It really does feel like one episode from the Twilight Zone. That then continues into the baby.
I got that.
They don't know that the only difference is that they don't, after a half hour, realize they're stuck. They continue to feel like, oh, what is this? What is that? Look, there's a baby. Look, there's this. Just get me out of this movie already.
It was frustrating.
The acting was good. The little creature, baby thing.
Baby, I like that baby thing. Yeah, no, that's what it is,
Thing,
really.
yeah.
It was an okay character. Every so often the movie had a moment, but
Yeah.
every other moment you just wanted to take the wall and go, make it stop. When is this over? Okay,
Yeah.
so no spoilers. I'll let you guys try to redeem it if you want, or you could agree with me.
I'm telling you, no, the premise was good. It was just the execution, which sadly, it didn't really go anywhere, literally.
And I think the premise wasn't good because the premise was pulled on and on and on and on. The premise wouldn't make for a movie because...
Did it feel like familiar to you, Erica?
After a while.
Did it feel like something else, like you've seen before?
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of got that vibe too.
Like what? Like what?
I mean, like you said, it's like it felt like a Twilight Zone.
The one where the man and the woman get trapped in the town and they run from door to door and they're the only people there.
Was that an actual episode?
Yes.
That's the exact plot of this movie. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It just kind of felt like, I mean, I loved it. It looked beautiful. Like the community looked great. It kind of reminded me like
green.
Edward Scissorhands, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe even like Jumanji in a weird way. It just felt like a board game come to life in a way, if you know what I mean.
Game of life?
If they marketed it that way, if this were based on the board game, I think that could have been
maybe that would have worked better. I'll agree with you on that.
Okay. Chris, what did you think of Vivarium?
Well, let me start off by saying, Randy, I think this double bill between this film and the Dog Doc is probably my favorite of the bills that you've sent us to watch.
Well, this was desperate times, my friend.
And I think it played to your favor because I think both. I mean, I'm going to spoil both, but both are awesome picks. And it's interesting in this climate that we're in. Both really question humanity in different ways. So it's a very, I think, whether you knew it or not, it's a very humanitarian show that you put together today. But
thank you.
It's a test of human nature.
Yes,
wow.
Exactly.
That's a good thing. Okay.
That's a good thing. You know, it's good to question it sometimes. I can't disagree with you more, Erica. I love this movie.
Wow.
You didn't went on too long. You didn't think that.
I thought it could go on more. In all honesty, I thought, especially the beginning part. If anything, my criticism was towards the beginning. I thought it rushed into their situation in the house a little too quickly. I thought the editing was just a little too choppy.
Maybe I agree with you there, that if they had built the characters up and there was more time in the beginning before it just became the redundant mess of where are all the people, I think I might have cared for the characters more and wanted to follow through with their path instead of being like two absolute strangers we met for like a few minutes.
Right.
There was the whole bird thing, and then it's like, okay, all of that was for Nort, now we're here.
Yeah.
Right, I agree with that. Like, the bird intro set off, I thought, a different tone than what was actually presented in the movie. Sometimes when, and I won't spoil it for the viewers, but usually when they do, like, nature close-ups or things like that, you think it kind of goes into this spiral of very avant-garde viewing, and I mean, stuff got weird towards the end, but everything kind of felt together, in my opinion. But like you said, Erica, in the very beginning, I didn't really buy into their relationship before actually looking for a house together. I thought that was really quick, and the fact that they found this real estate agent and then went into this community felt really fast, but once they were in the house and once they were actually going through what they were going through with the kid, and things really got out of hand, I thought it was just very intense. I thought there was a lot of questions that were popping into my head about the film, but I also think, the strength of the movie is that it really, in my opinion, it presents itself as a metaphor to life, whether and family, the choices that we make. You know, what is life? Is it just one big routine after another and another? And how can we differentiate ourselves between that and try to live a life that we're proud of? You know, if you really want to get existential, but I thought it was just a real big mind opener of a movie, and the fact that man, I wish we can go into spoiler territory, but at the very end,
no spoilers.
You can do a light
part of the
spoiler.
movie I really liked. That part would be definitely a spoiler.
Do a light one.
Well, okay. the fact that he is digging in the front yard, right? And what happens to him is kind of a metaphor that we're kind of doing that to ourselves.
Right.
That he's digging himself into a bigger hole.
Yeah.
Right. So,
wow.
So it's. I think what the movie does well is that it poses a lot of great questions about life and humanity, and how it kind of takes that responsibility onto the viewer to make what you will of life, and I think it's a great commentary on that. Yeah, it got weird. Weird. I think it could have gotten weirder. I think
the weirder would have helped.
Okay, I can buy into that criticism.
I think this movie would have benefited if the kid was just a regular human kid and didn't become this like weird creature. Then
I wouldn't say creature. He didn't really become a creature.
I agree with Chris. That's why I laughed when you called him a creature.
He's sort of a creature. No, with the screaming and the weird voice
and bland. Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna put this out there. It was never. Damn, I don't know if it's a spoiler or anything. Take it as you will, but the fact that I think we're hinting that with creatures and everything, I took it as that they're Martians, they're aliens, trying to observe the human race. But they're trapped in real estate.
And if I was going to compare the kid to something, I would compare it to an episode of Batman the Animated Series where Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
The professor. And she grows her own family and her own children.
Yeah. Like a body snatchers type of thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one. Guys, sorry, Chris, but for time, I want to get to the second review. Yeah, I know. We'll talk after the show.
But quickly, Randy, what did you think of it? I always feel like you always get cut off with your poor.
Well, I mean, like I said, it had this weird, like, Tim Burton kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It was like a fantasy, sci-fi thriller, and the characters are extremely quirky. I love the design of the town again, and the clouds that you could see that go on.
Very Edward
the cloud plot.
Yeah. I thought that was really beautiful
for like a moment, and then.
But I'm kind of going towards Erica's thing where it was a little too long, in my opinion. If they cut off maybe 15, 20 minutes off of this, I think it would have been a little more effective.
Oh, I would have cut off about 30
no,
at the beginning.
I have to disagree with you guys. I think it could go on longer.
Okay.
I really liked it. Just one quick thing before we go to the next movie.
Please, real quick.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I really do. At first I didn't like his style of acting a little bit, but man, he's developing into one of these go-to guys that I just like the small films that he's picking out. I love The Art of Self-Defense from last year. That was a brilliant dark comedy.
It's still on my list of stuff to see. Yeah,
you got to see it. See it now. Do it, Jesse built. Right. That should be your next pandemic pick.
Okay, good to know.
But yeah, I think he's the savior of cinema. I think he's good. He's making choices that allows us to go beyond the scope of Marvel and Disney a little bit. So
he's real. He's real. Yeah,
he's an auteur actor. He's an actor.
I never heard that term described.
Well,
okay, cool.
You hear it first, Randy.
Yes.
All right.
Exclusive on Under the Radar.
I love it. All right. So, guys, we got to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be back with our second film review of the evening, and it is The Dog Doc right after this.
Under the Radar is brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Patent pending interchange genuine gemstone and crystal EMF protection jewelry. For more information, please visit magnitudejewelry.com/gemgirl or call 718-268-66.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Unger the Radar, I'm your host Randy Unger, and our second film review of the evening is called The Dog Doc, and this is a very, very sweet documentary about a veterinarian who practices holistic medicine on his furry patients, and his name is Dr. Marty Goldstein. I think he has a practice in, I think it was Salem, New York, or East Salem. It's upstate, and basically he treats these patients like they're humans. Like he uses different kind of methods of medicine that are considered not very popular, and his patients, both human, dog, and cat, they all love him, and he seems to be making an impact. And this was just a really, really cute film. I actually caught this at Tribeca last year, and yeah, I felt like reviewing it again because it was that good. It made that much of an impact. And yeah, guys, even if you're not a pet owner, what did you guys think, Erica?
Oh, well, I did love the movie. I'm not a pet owner, but I really did appreciate what the movie was trying to do as a message. It was such an important message to get out there, that we shouldn't be filling our bodies with all kinds of drugs and chemicals, and that's not helping dogs and cats either. And just the different methods that he uses, and the different techniques, and how he approached each person and talked like they were a family. I found the movie so redeeming and just charming, and I was so glad for the experience to see it.
Oh, wow. I think that's the first time you've ever had a pleasant experience watching one of our movies here.
No, I think I have had 5 movies that I think I've liked.
Okay.
A few of them you slept through.
Yeah. That tends to happen a lot. Chris, I know you're a dog owner? I think you have 2, right?
I am. Yeah, I have a dog and a cat. I have a black cat and a bulldog, and I was a little skeptical at first when you presented this to me, because I was hoping that it wasn't like, I hope it wasn't turning into like a glorified animal testing documentary where like this guy was doing unhealthy experiments on holistically on animals, but on the contrary.
So you don't believe in holistic medicine?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Very much so. But I was just hoping that the subject matter was catered to earnestly with some care to it, and sure enough, it was the veterinarian. It was just a great expose of his patients. I really enjoyed the fact that he tied it into like a university campus atmosphere too, to kind of show the cons of what's going on currently in the medical world, and the fact that he's kind of thinking outside the box, and what does that mean with future veterinarians that kind of want to go the same route. I thought he handled each case, each animal, each dog with tremendous care. I really enjoyed it, and I think, again, going back to my comment on the first film, it really poses these questions about life and how we should treat our own bodies, and if this is working currently on dogs and animals, why can't we as humans adapt a certain type of lifestyle into ourselves? And I think he made a great case. If I had to pose any criticism on the film, it's really, I think they played it maybe too safe, maybe a little too biased in one direction. I always enjoy documentaries.
Well, I thought it played to his personality.
Yeah. I mean, just a good-natured human being, and he's very nice. So it definitely caters to his type of personality, and I get that. I personally enjoy documentaries that kind of pose both sides of the equation. So I was kind of longing for where the holistic side wasn't kind of working for his patients. So it seemed like it was just it was almost like a winning case for him each animal. So it would have been good to get both sides of that, but I totally get it. I think as a whole, if you were to treat this as a public service announcement for holistic medicine, this is really a great doc to look at, because not only does it show you firsthand successful cases, and it shows some really heartfelt cases, emotional cases with families, and how it actually turned it upside down and became just a success, cancer-free, or living a longer life story. I think it also shows some education, some learning value, and shows some facts behind the emotion, which I think is great. So
I agree with you, Chris. And I agree with the fact that you said that there could have been more, criticism, like interviews with those who oppose him and call him a quack.
Just reading an occasional tweet or occasional
They could have found a doctor or two to interview them and actually see what they have against his methods.
Right, to kind of go against his argument, to kind of create an argument and go against, like you said, his methods. Totally agree. Yeah, because then, in my opinion, it starts after a while. It's funny with the first movie. You said, "Hey, it could be cut short." I almost think that this movie could be cut short, because after a while, it does start to feel pandering, because every case was a success case. But again,
so would you cut out the middle, or would you cut out the end?
Oh man. It's hard to say. Like, I'm a dog lover, I'm a cat lover, so to me it's just I hate to see animals go through surgery like that, but it's happy to see those those smiles at the end. So I wouldn't cut anything, Erica. I would just keep it the way it is. I'm just
the way I talked about the first one should be cut short. I was like, okay.
No, I'm just saying. Hey,
I found the end, which wasn't a spoiler at all, an interesting circle to take it all the way around to the fact that first he does what he proceeds with, and then he finally goes to the lecture and he speaks about it.
Yeah. So he's putting his money where his mouth is, and I think that's important to say. Hey, like, he's just not some kooky doctor who's smoking weed, in the boondocks. He's actually accredited doctor who I believe was the University of Cornell. I forgot it was. Yeah. So I mean, it's very accredited. So he's speaking the truth. So again, just a great commentary on humanity. Yeah. Especially nowadays. You think about what could be contributing to this COVID-19 virus. Hey, maybe making a holistic lifestyle might prevent a lot of this that's going on. So kudos to you, Randy, for picking something that makes you question humanity and life. I think it's a good.
But also, it also builds us up and gives us a sense of hope that one day something might get better.
Yeah.
I think this is the type of movie we need right now, and we need a lot more of it. And it's not just a documentary. It's like a feel good narrative. Like, it feels like an actual, like they could adapt Marty Goldstein's life into an actual feature film, like a narrative.
Yes. And I think Evan Ginsberg can play him.
maybe.
Throughout the whole movie, I was
reach
like,
out
man,
to
this
him.
guy looks like Evan. I checked the credits. I'm like, did Evan?
They might know each other.
Right. I'm not sure, unless he does wrestling on the side. I don't know.
Yeah. All of that'll be revealed in the screenplay, which you and I will probably write together. Yes.
There you go.
So Erica, see it or skip it. I believe you. People should see
I would say it should be on everyone's radar. They should definitely go see it. It may not be exactly in the bullseye, but it definitely is plenty of points. And like I said, it's the right type of movie for right now, because there's so much ugliness between blame and the fear that this is something that really can build hope and build new ideas and something to just investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. No, right on the bullseye, Randy. I think like everyone's been saying, this especially now is a great movie to see.
Yeah.
Not only is it feel good, but it really just it talks about health in a way that gives hope for the future and kind of questions modern day medicine. Yeah, I think people should go out and see it. Question for you, Randy. You said that this is the second time you reviewed and saw it because of Tribeca. Is it because it has a new release schedule? It has a VOD release schedule now, or you just decided to?
Oh yeah. So guys, I wanted to mention for Vivarium, that's actually released video on demand, and also the Dog Doc is also video on demand.
Okay.
Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. So thank you for reminding me on that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. So wow, so cool. So
but yeah, no, I chose this for tonight because I got an email from the publicist, as I always do for these films, and I'm like, oh, the Dog Doc. I loved it the first time. I'll probably love it even more the second time. So
yeah.
Here you go.
Did you?
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Like a good movie, it gets better over time. It gets
nice.
And the Dog Doc, I can't recommend it enough to you guys.
Cool. Yeah. Absolutely.
So guys, we have a few minutes left. Let's do plugs. Anything going on that you want to talk about? Any projects? Erica?
Nope, I've just got this wall and this wall. Yeah. Well, I can't do any production.
Well, you can use your imagination somehow.
I know, I can write.
Yes.
I've been using this time on that, and I admit I started a really pointless art project for my own amusement.
Oh, can you talk about it or no?
Okay, after Starz was re-airing the White Queen franchise all the way through,
okay,
the White Queen, the White Princess, the Spanish Princess, I then decided to go look up online, and I saw someone made a family tree to try to explain the plot, and I was like, it's not up to date, so I'm updating it and fixing it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Changing the actors and putting I was like, I'm going to actually make it coherent so someone else could follow the plot.
All right. Sounds good.
Because it sort of jumps ahead every 20 years. They spin it off. It's based on a book franchise.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
Not very relevant, but something to
That's fine.
be more cheerful.
Sounds kind of cool.
The pandemic.
Yeah. All right. Keep at it. Mr. Clemente, anything you want to mention? Anything at all? Or?
Yeah, you can head over to Foreign Nationals at foreignentertainment.net. Again, just plugging that episode. We're actually getting some buzz, and we're kind of collectively writing new episodes, so
nice.
We're trying to sell that. Other than that, it's interesting, Randy, when we spoke last, we talked about podcasts, and I had an old podcast, Movie Lovers Podcast.
Oh, yes.
People can see old episodes that have you in there, Randy, at movieloverspodcast.com. But I'm kind of toying with bringing it back on a different format, and I'll get you involved. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right, guys. And lastly, for my plugs, our wonderful sponsor, Magnitude Jewelry. If you order from the website Tude Girl, that's TUDE girl.com, you get a free gift. So sign on, go to that website, check it out. Wonderful merchandise there. And yeah, guys, that about does it for Under the Radar this week. I want you to actually, if you're on the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe and share. I could use all the love and support I can get during these trying times. And you could also use some entertainment. So, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank my wonderful critics tonight, Chris and Erica. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Good to see you again, Randy, even if I'm seeing you right there on the screen.
It's virtual.
Good to see you again, too, Chris.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other far longer.
I know. It's nice seeing you virtually, Eric. It's always great time critiquing movies with you, and hope to see you guys soon. Hopefully when this virus dies down, we'll love to catch up with you guys in person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Under the Radar is all new next week with more movie reviews and interviews on Strong Island Radio and Television. Stay tuned. We'll see you next week.